And one of the things I came up with are the myths. One is that subs are dangerous. In the last 35 years...
I think you should have believed that myth, but dude.
Solution? This video game...
Stop, bro. He's for real. Solution? This DualShock controller. Fuck off, bro.
You run the whole thing with this game controller.
Stop. He's laughing at you, dude. Nobody wants you to do this. Everybody's like, dude, this is ridiculous. Stop.
In 1912, the Titanic claimed 1,500 lives. In 2023, it claimed 5 more.
Stockton Rush, and I was the pilot today to the Titanic.
Bro, he's got the fucking Xbox 720D sticks over. Bro, what is this game controller you got piloting the submarine, buddy?
And was designing a mousetrap for billionaires.
It's against time for the U.S. Coast Guard. They're looking for a missing tourist submersible near the wreckage of the Titanic.
Tonight, an international search operation is underway.
Like the Titanic, it was a disaster.
Move the face cam. You see what I'm talking about over here? Buddy's got this fucking game controller piloting this shit. So we already know that Buddy's piloting this shit with fucking that thing. So I don't think this is gonna go well.
And Stockton was designing a mousetrap for billionaires.
It's against time for the U.S. Coast Guard. They're looking for a missing tourist submersible near the wreckage of the Titanic.
Tonight, an international search operation is underway.
Like the Titanic, it was a disaster just waiting to happen.
I've broken some rules to make this.
I've broken some rules to make them. I think I've broken them with logic. Oh my god, bro.
Good engineering behind me. At some point, safety just is pure waste.
An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body.
He quite literally
not been approved or certified by anything. Nothing. And he still took this shit.
and figuratively.
You don't think he did? Do you not know what happened to these people, Fibra?
Went out with the biggest bang. And who was the last person to murder 2 billionaires?
Yeah, you do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, dude. He's showing it off like it's some technological marvel. This is your fucking death wish, buddy. No, dude. He thinks he's gonna pilot this shit with a DualShock. Oh my god, dude. In this cramped ass space, this is all they got. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking pilot the submarine. You wanna see the Titanic, guys? Yeah. What an
Stockton
idiot.
was supposedly a very smart boy.
Supposedly. I think this guy has got a few screws loose.
A graduate of Princeton University, and the youngest jet transport pilot in the world.
I wanted to be an astronaut. That's why I got an engineering degree.
Stop
I
the
watched
cap.
Star Trek, Star Wars, all the video, and I wanted to see those alien life forms.
I watched Star Wars and Star Trek, and I wanted to see aliens.
And eventually I realized, one, I wasn't going to go to space, and I wasn't going to get to Jupiter or Mars, but I did realize that all the cool stuff that I thought was out there is actually underwater.
Stockton had become an expert in aerospace engineering. He did this in hopes of becoming the first person to set foot on Mars. But unfortunately for Stockton, someone else was likely to beat him to it.
And one day, we will indeed occupy Mars.
And maybe that's why Stockton decided to create the SpaceX of the ocean.
We always called ourselves SpaceX for the ocean.
Oh, it's over. Are you kidding me? We call ourselves SpaceX for the ocean. You're gonna fucking die, dude.
When I first met Stockton, he struck me as a very intelligent person.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did.
He also struck me as a very savvy engineer. Elon's doing the same thing at SpaceX, right?
So Stockton's obsession with space quickly became an obsession with the ocean.
And what I wanted to do with the business was just move the needle, get people excited about the ocean, explore the ocean, and discover what was out there.
Stockton's philosophy was simple. Why would we
We'll
use
make it to
resources
Mars,
to
says the
explore
guy who's still like in 1945 facts.
space when we haven't even fully explored Earth and its oceans? There's so much to explore in the ocean, as only 25% has been mapped with modern technology.
There will be a time when people will go to space at much less cost and very regularly. I think the same thing's going to happen going underwater. It's going to get less expensive and much more accessible. That's where we're going to have cities, and that's where people are going to be. They're going to be down there exploring. To me,
what the
we'll
fuck
have
is he
cities
talking about? We're going to have Atlantis? This dude's living in fucking dreamland.
Water before we have them up in space.
On the moon?
Yeah.
And this was Stockton's vision, an underwater city that would provide humans with sustainable resources for generations.
If you think about the Earth as really the landmass that we all occupy, then there are 3 planets worth of resources available in the ocean. Minerals, chemicals, biological. It is a vast, huge...
There are going to be more people underwater and imploding and not improved submarines. Sounds like a great plan.
An opportunity that was being overlooked in favor of space exploration.
Establishing a self-sustaining base on Mars.
The future of mankind is underwater. It's not on Mars. We're not going to have a base on Mars or the moon. You know, we'll try and waste a lot of money. We'll have a base underwater because when the sun extinguishes, there will still be hydrothermal vents, and there will still be those life forms down there that are living off chemosynthesis that don't need the sun. You know, if we trash this planet, the best lifeboat for mankind is underwater.
Is he saying that to survive like the heat death of the universe, we're gonna just live underwater? What the fuck is wrong with him? Am I catching that right? He thinks that we can survive the sun exploding? Are you brain dead?
But getting humans to the bottom of the ocean is a very difficult task. It's dangerous, it's expensive.
There's a regulatory challenge.
And the current regulations wouldn't allow Stockton to build a submarine that could go deeper than 150 feet.
I think over time, Stockton just realized that the only way we were going to be able to help humanity unlock the secrets of the ocean was to get past the regulations and just prove that it could be done as safely as possible.
At some point,
safely as possible.
Waste. I mean, if you just want to be safe, don't get out of bed. Don't get in your car. Don't do anything.
Oh yeah.
At some point, you're going to take some risk, and it really is a risk-reward question.
What's the reward here?
I think I can do this just as safely by breaking the rules.
So for the next few years, Stockton continued breaking the rules. He'd go on to document his entire journey in 4K, and he'd give lectures on submarine safety along the way.
And one of the things I came up with are the myths. One is that subs are dangerous. In the last 35 years...
I think you should have believed that myth, but dude... Oh my god! The sweet release of death, apparently.
Entire journey in 4K, and he'd give lectures on submarine safety along the way.
And one of the things I came up with are the myths. One is that subs are dangerous. In the last 35 years, there hasn't been a serious injury, and there have been over 15 million people.
And he just fucking destroyed that. Like, now he can't say that anymore. I mean, obviously he's dead, he can't say shit anymore, but... Nobody can say this anymore.
Go in them. But there's statistically...
Submarine death victim, quote, subs are dangerous. Myth. Myth busted.
Safest vehicles on the planet.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Stockton didn't always have this attitude towards safety. The early days of OCEANGATE were an entirely different story.
Only after a complete systems test is the OCEANGATE crew ready to dive.
The company's first sub was a vessel called Antipodes, and it was the perfect test sub for OCEANGATE.
Our first sub Antipodes, and we use that as our training sub. 58 inches diameter. It is about 15 feet long.
This sub had already been certified by the American Bureau of Shipping, so there was a very slim chance of it imploding. It was designed to withstand depths of around 1,000 feet, which is impressive, but nowhere near the depth of the Titanic.
This is where the Titanic is on the ocean floor, below 12,000.
Yeah, that bong rip fucked me up.
500 feet of water.
But OCEANGATE weren't ready for the Titanic just yet. At this point, they were just a local submarine team, and in the early days, their eyes were set on some lesser-known shipwrecks.
A local submarine team is exploring the wreck of a luxury passenger liner that sank 90 years ago this spring off the coast of Port Townsend.
Today we're doing our third day of diving on the SS Governor.
The SS Governor was located in Washington, and it was often referred to as the area's mini Titanic.
The Governor was a luxury liner that was on its way from San Francisco to Seattle on April 1st, 1921.
Okay.
Shortly after midnight, it collided with a freighter. 8 of the 240 people on board went down with the ship.
For years, there have been rumors that it went down with a loaded safe.
The safe, the infamous safe.
That safe is believed to contain around $4 million worth of gold coins. At first, I thought OceanGate was trying to pull off a $4 million submarine heist. You know, just like the opening scene in the first Titanic movie.
It's payday, boys.
But as it turns out, even if they did happen to find the treasure, they would have been forced to hand it over to the man who owns its salvage rights. So I guess OceanGate weren't in this area for profit. They really just wanted to explore the area and test their new sub's capabilities.
The crew of the sub is practicing its approaches to the Governor in 240 feet of water for a much more dangerous inspection of the Montebello at 900 feet down.
After the mini Titanic, OceanGate would move on to a much deeper shipwreck. Their goal was to ramp up the depths of their dives.
Fucking damn! Oh my god! The fucking height of Mount Fuji! Test their new sub's capability and it's just a gay little cat. You're hearing the word sub and you're going too crazy, Fibro. Yeah, why is this guy so obsessed with subs? He's actually secretly a speedrunner, just obsessed with getting subbed like 2 minutes or something. I'm gonna get 159 for Titanic wreckage %.
One shipwreck at a time.
It's part of our ramp up to a California expedition that we're doing in September to a shipwreck called the SS Montebello.
The Montebello was a U.S. oil tanker that was
He's just an alpha, bro. He likes his subs. That's the secret. That's the real reason why he couldn't stay away. He's just in heat, bro. He can't help it.
By a Japanese sub off the coast of California during World War II.
The SS Montebello was not another ship holding treasure. In fact, it was quite the opposite.
It went down with an estimated 70,000 barrels of oil on board.
And it's posing a huge environmental threat to California's coastline.
OceanGate wanted to make a name for themselves by preventing this environmental threat. And their plan was to create a 3D map of the wreck using their new sonar technology.
The team is also testing the latest in 2- and 3-dimensional sonar equipment.
And we're taking our sub and our Blueview sonar system down there to create a 3D map of that
Yeah, you're
wreck.
kind of right. He loves his subs. He's like, I'm taking my sub down there.
Not many people know about these expeditions, but they were a critical part of OceanGate's early days. And after mapping out that oil spill, they were ready for phase 2 of their company's mission.
An historic Washington state tragedy is helping head off a future one down the coast. In Seattle, Gary Chittum, King 5 News.
This local submarine team was taking over the ocean. Stockton increases the budget, and after 130 successful dives, investors were asking the same question. Was this team going to be the next...
Did you really do 100 successful dives with the DualShock?
SpaceX? Name of the company, OceanGate Incorporated. It's a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest, awaiting imminent patent approval on the next generation of submersible vehicles. Right now, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. But with the collaboration of one of hip-hop's biggest stars, our analysts
Who's hip-hop's biggest star collaborating with OceanGate? Why do you blur that? I'm curious.
It could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Macklemore was on top of the world in 2014. It was the year he won 4 Grammy Awards.
And the Grammy goes to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Kendrick's just sitting there. Wait.
Macklemore was on top of the world in 2014. It was the year he won 4 Grammy Awards.
And the Grammy goes...
Look at him. He's expecting that shit. He's like, he better fucking read Kendrick Lamar.
To Macklemore.
Pain and suffering for Kendrick Lamar.
Ryan Lewis.
His most underrated win that year was his collaboration with Stockton Rush.
I think we're gonna find sharks.
The pair would team up in search of the incredibly rare 6-gill...
What the fuck?
...shark, a trait that was very uncommon amongst most shark species.
What is the probability that we will see a shark today?
Somewhere between 0 and 100.
Macklemore had been a fan of sharks his entire life, and he was pretty skeptical that Stockton would find a shark as rare as the 6-gill.
If we don't see a shark, you'll buy me a shark. No one.
I guess Macklemore just likes his sharks. I mean, yeah, maybe he likes his subs too, but it seems he's into it for sharks. Undercut made the closet glass though.
Baby shark, yeah, baby. That's a deal.
Why is there like the music's like looping?
Deal. Okay.
But little did he know, they would find a shark. In that yellow submarine, under 400 feet of water, Stockton and Macklemore were going to...
Oh my god, this is a crazy photo, bro. Does that mean that when this guy died, Macklemore was like, no?
Create memories that would last forever.
Oh my god! 6 skill. Top say. We have a 6 skill at the...
Very exciting. Didn't think it was gonna happen. Pulled it out. Our mission is complete.
And that was it. That was the business model at the time for OceanGate.
We do dives looking for 6-skilled sharks and things like that are at 5,000.
It's a very unusual business. It's its own category. It's a new type of travel.
And eventually, they'd be selling tickets to the Titanic for up to $250,000 a person. However, it wasn't going to be in Antipodes. Remember, this yellow sub was only certified for dives that were 1/12 the depth of the Titanic. And unfortunately for Stockton, you couldn't just buy or rent a sub that was capable of going 12,500 feet. Stockton believed it was the strict laws and regulations that were preventing him from innovating the submersible industry. So he came to the conclusion that he only had one reasonable option remaining, building his own sub.
Initially, we didn't think we were going to build our own subs. We thought we were going to get somebody else to build our subs. The industry standard just wouldn't allow for them to build what we felt we needed and what we thought
and we really needed a GameCube controller.
Humanity needed to explore the ocean.
So they did what a lot of companies do. They break the rules and act now, then they ask for forgiveness later. And the name they decided to give their first custom-built sub?
Cyclops, a new manned submersible, now undergoing sea trials.
There you go. That's pretty good right there. Okay.
It was time to go all in. Stockton was going to
really needed that classic controller, bro, for the submarine. Bro, the gov just wouldn't let me get the classic controller, dude. I swear, I don't have to use a claw grip. Imagine he's down there fucking claw gripping the shit, like, oh, trying to fucking escape literal fucking death and implosion. Just like, I gotta hit a frame perfect.
All the industry's strict rules and regulations. It was time to prove them all wrong.
Cyclops is going to be a very useful tool for any organization, company, or institution that needs to go underwater and perform tasks at depth.
Cyclops is the newest creation of OCEANGATE, a for-profit private company in partnership with the University of Washington's Applied Physics Laboratory.
Yeah, you mess up the frame perfect pow dodge and you're fucking dead. Like, you can't do shit else. Shit, I miss it, GG's.
Couldn't have done it without that partnership. You know, the Applied Physics Lab has been effectively our engineering partner.
But this wasn't going to be your usual submarine. Stockton wanted to create the most simple and easy to use submarine on the market.
Stockton is very interested in being able to quickly train pilots, have pilots be able to come in and use this thing without having to go through weeks of training on there.
Solution? This video game...
Stop, bro, he's for real. Solution? This DualShock controller. Fuck off, bro.
Is very interested in being able to quickly train pilots, have pilots be able to come in and use this thing without having to go through weeks of training on there.
Solution? This video game controller.
Fuck off.
We use this game controller to drive the sub.
He can't even find it. He's like, where'd I put my DualShock again?
First thing is there are two dead
Oh my god, it is a DualShock! Oh my god, dude, I was just playing around. He's legitimate. He's fucking for real. This can't be waking life.
Switches. You have to press one of these buttons, and now it's ready to go.
And in 2015...
Did he put Joy-to key on it? Yeah, let me just configure my hotkey settings on Dolphin here. Alright, ready to go. You want to see the Titanic, guys? Like, what the fuck?
The sub was ready to go, so Stockton organized the big reveal, and the christening ceremony was set to begin.
Okay, on behalf of the whole OceanGate team and all the team members who are here
So they're
tonight,
going with it.
Cyclops.
Look at these rich motherfuckers, dude. These assholes just wasting all this money on this toy slot right here. Stop! They're first.
So all of our test program has been about incremental testing. We started over 2 years ago with Cyclops 1. Out here, this is really focused on one thing, and that's the pressure vessel, and making sure that component is safe and capable of handling depths.
You better fucking make sure it's safe, dude. Because I'm pretty sure there's an outcome you want to avoid here where you implode at the bottom of the ocean and you all fucking die.
Down to 4,000 meters.
I feel so lucky I got to do one dive.
I feel so lucky I got to fucking die.
All the Cyclops was here.
But Cyclops wasn't the final product. Cyclops 2 began development a few years later, although Stockton didn't like that name very much, so they rebranded to Titan.
Hi, my name is Stockton Rush. I'm the CEO and founder of OCEANGATE. Let's take a look at Titan.
If you thought Cyclops was simplistic, just wait till you see its successor.
It's got one button.
He's saying that like it's good. Look, it's barren in here. I thought there needed to be controls or levels, at least a window. There's one button in here.
That's it. We have our control screen here, our sonar screen here, and we can put any image we want in the back.
It's one of the only subs that can hold 5 people.
It's also the only one with a toilet.
Oh my god.
Sort of.
There were some parts that kind of looked like they held together.
And yet, I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components.
I got these from Camper World.
Yeah, I got this from Newegg.
We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Stop! He's laughing at you, dude! Nobody wants you to do this! Everybody's like, dude, this is ridiculous! Stop!
Sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components.
I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Fuck off.
Come on!
Come on! So what if people laughed? I'm just gonna fucking die anyway. Ever heard of a dolphin emulator? Yeah, buddy.
What if people laughed? Titan was fully operational in just a few years, and it was all made possible with the leadership of Stockton Rush.
I think you did it, Stockton.
There's some luck here.
High five.
High five on my guys. There we go. Okay. Maybe a win-win. Maybe.
And as days became months, and months became years, that little sub was passing every test imaginable.
This is why you want your pilot to be
That little sub was passing every test imaginable.
an engineer.
He believed that building this sub would help him unlock the secrets of the ocean. But Stockton wasn't building his own submarine. He was building his own coffin.
It's a miracle it can do what it does when you look at it there, because when you look at it, it is very small. Yeah, it looks like it's put together with a piece of string, but it
looks like it's put together with a piece of string. Dude, everybody around you is like, this looks really dangerous. Are you sure you want to do it?
not, obviously.
We can scale to multiple vehicles relatively quickly because we've used commercially off-the-shelf products for almost everything we do. We can bring additional vessels online in a matter of months as opposed to years or decades.
So Stockton plans to create even more low-budget submersibles, and soon enough, he was going to have his own fleet of submarines. The only question being, were they safe?
Absolutely fucking not.
I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur said, "You're remembered for the rules you break." And I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did.
The most controversial feature of Titan was its carbon fiber hull. This was considered controversial because the industry standard material was titanium.
Engineers zero in on titanium, a super strong and lightweight material that would allow deep-sea vehicles to reach the Titanic. It is with this material that today's most inventive submarine builders...
So he didn't use the industry standard material to go and see the Titanic? What the fuck did he expect?
continue to push technology forward to penetrate the ocean's deepest regions.
But Stockton didn't like titanium. He believed carbon fiber was the better material.
Why? Carbon fiber is 3 times better on a strength to buoyancy basis than titanium. And underwater, that's what you care about. It's not strength to weight, it's strength to buoyancy. And yet no one had done that.
Titan was able to skirt the law by operating in international waters. And although it passed multiple test dives, many believed the carbon fiber hull was slowly being damaged over time.
If the sub passed its pressure test, it wasn't going to fail on the first dive, but it's going to fail over time.
might fail on dive 7, which is insidious. You don't get that with steel or with titanium.
That's real bad.
Carbon fiber is a great material. It's better than titanium. It's better than a lot of other materials.
When I started the business, old-timers in the industry told me I was nuts, and they continue to tell me
You
that.
are nuts. I think you're fucking loony.
So Stockton continued operating his carbon fiber sub, recording the entire assembly process along the way.
Oh yeah, so that will be the pressure vessel for Cyclops 2. It will go to 4,000 meters to be the deepest.
I wonder why they said that.
Sub ever built. When it goes to 4,000 meters, it'll be the only one out there. I'm going to be the first guy in the sub, so we will see. It's pretty simple, but if we mess it up, there's not a lot of recovery.
With his goal being to explore the bottom of the ocean, you'd reasonably expect some sort of certification from a third-party agency. However, Titan was never certified by any regulatory body, and that's because Stockton believed that these agencies were
over the top in their rules and regulations, but
maybe you should have listened to them, dude. You'd be alive. I'm gonna be the first one in. I'm gonna be the first one to die.
they had nothing with carbon fiber. So we had to go out and work on that. And one of the things I learned is, you know, when you're outside the box, it's really hard to tell how far outside the box you really are. And we were pretty far out there. So we have a carbon fiber hull.
His thoughts about breaking the rules is really about thinking outside the box and coming up with innovative solutions.
I mean, anything when you're trying something outside the box, people inside the box think you're nuts. Same thing.
Dude. He was never near the box to begin with. Exactly, Favreau. Fucking exactly.
When Elon Musk was doing SpaceX, inside the box, everything's scary.
Titan continued to pass every test that Stockton could throw at it, and eventually, Titan needed a new milestone, a new goal to reach. So can you guess where it was headed next?
The goal was, where do you want to go in the ocean? What is the most known site in the ocean? And it's clearly the Titanic.
It became a must-do dive. I read an article that said there are 3 words in the English language that are known throughout the planet, and that's Coca-Cola, God, and Titanic.
Really?
If you ever watched the 1997 movie, you'd know it's a combination of both history and fiction. The film centers around the fictional love triangle of Rose, Jack, and Caledon. And when shit hits the fan, we'd get to see the characters' true colors.
What, him? To be a gutter rat.
I'd rather be his
gutter rat.
But remember, this story was just fictional. However, on the other side of the ship, we'd get a glimpse of the story that kicks off our sequel, Titanic 2.
Please, Ida, get into the boat. No!
This is Isidore and Ida Strauss, 2 passengers who were actually on board the Titanic in 1912. Their tale is well documented and has been recreated in various films and musicals.
We've been together for 40 years, and where you go, I go. Don't argue with me, Isidore. You know it does no good.
Isidore and Ida would go down with the ship in 1912, but not before having a number of descendants. One of them being the communications director at OCEANGATE, and who also just so happened to be married to a man named Stockton. And maybe that's why Stockton was so obsessed with continuously going down to the Titanic.
And our goal is to go back to the Titanic year after year, scan it with sonar, and document the wreck and its decay and discover what we can discover.
And so the stage was set for the adventure of a lifetime. But Stockton couldn't fund these expeditions on his own, so he began advertising his once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to the public. And the now deleted promotional video was set to be released.
OCEANGATE Expeditions offers you the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a specially trained
fucking die.
Crew members safely diving to the Titanic wreckage site. Get ready for what Jules Verne could only imagine, a 12,500-foot journey to the bottom.
They really tried to sell this shit to you. They tried to advertise it.
Of the sea. It's the OCEANGATE Titanic experience.
Oh my god, $250K just to have a funeral. Exactly.
We partnered with aerospace experts at the University of Washington, NASA, and Boeing on the design of our hull.
It's very well engineered and very safe, and the team is very focused on safety first.
Not 1 second of me experiencing anything from OCEANGATE have I ever felt unsafe.
As I pointed out on the bridge earlier.
well, just because you didn't feel unsafe, like, doesn't mean it's perfectly safe now. Like, come on, bitch. Like,
And the team is very focused on safety first.
Yeah, well, I didn't really think that was on
of me experiencing anything from OCEANGATE have I ever felt unsafe.
As I pointed out on the bridge earlier, your safety plans all on the vessel.
Come join us on our next expedition. Don't miss the opportunity to be part of history.
yeah, you're gonna be part of history. You're gonna be one of the fucking victims of this shit.
The OceanGate Titanic experience. There's truly nothing else like it.
Nothing else like it.
But this wasn't just another episode of Black Mirror, nor was it an episode of The Twilight Zone. This was reality, and although quite a few people were eager to get themselves a ticket, there was still one question that remained.
What's the level of danger with this type of expedition?
Well, surprisingly, the safest part of the expedition will be the submarine part.
I don't know about that one.
In the last 35 years, there hasn't been an injury on a commercial private sub, although there have been...
Until mine.
For 15 million people go in them. Going to sea is intrinsically a risky activity, but we're doing everything we can to make sure that it's as safe and comfortable as possible.
Well, Stockton
went on quite a few media runs during this period, with the goal of highlighting OceanGate's mission.
Our rule is we risk capital, we don't risk people.
The media coverage
How many people died in this again? How many people died in this again? 5 fatalities. That's it on the bottom of the floor? Oh, jeez, dude. It's... Oh, my God. Yeah, it's fucking over, dude. This is the controller? It's a fucking Logitech, dude. What the fuck did you expect? This motherfucker probably has stick drift. Oh, my God. Are you serious? Anybody would tell you not to use this. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, they got vaporized, right? Like...
The incident flaunted a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
What did he say?
The goal of highlighting OceanGate's mission.
Our rule is we risk capital, we don't risk people.
The media coverage before the incident flaunted a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It looks like there are these rust formations. That's actually what's left over from the bacteria that's consuming it at a huge rate.
Really? So we may not be able to see it forever. So go get into a submersible now.
Get into it now.
Finally,
go now. That was the voice of the devil fucking channeling through her. Holy shit.
A culture of safety. There were checklists, inspections before and after every dive, and a 3 strikes rule. If 3 things seemed out of the ordinary, no matter how minor, they'd cancel the dive.
But the media coverage after Titan's implosion was an entirely different story.
Everyone I know keeps asking me the same question. Why would you get on that dangerous sub?
A 60-minute special identifying over 30 members of the maritime community who warned Stockton about Titan's safety procedures. And
these people all warned him?
Would you get on that dangerous sub?
A 60-minute special identifying over 30 members of the maritime community who warned Stockton about Titan's...
Holy shit! And he still went through with it? These are experts in the field. They're telling you not to do it, you're gonna fucking die, and you... Oh, well, I'm thinking outside the box. Oh, these people are all thinking inside the box. The fuck,
safety procedures, and a chief submersible pilot who was fired and subsequently sued for speaking out against OceanGate.
If someone raised a safety concern, as the chief pilot did, they were not only not listened to, they were silenced.
But with all that being said, if you did manage to get a ticket to the Titan expedition, you can't say that Stockton didn't warn you.
This is an experimental sub. People are informed that it's very dangerous down there. It's an open book here. Do you have any questions about what's going on, about acoustic monitoring, about carbon fiber problems we had, rumors of problems we had?
I got a question. Why are you using a Logitech controller?
Problems we had, feel free to ask.
Nobody was raising their hands and asking that?
Happy to show everything. We want everyone going into this fully informed. This is an experimental sub. This is a dangerous environment. It's 6,000 PSI. Very few people have been down there. And so we want to make sure that you're going in with an open eye and you understand what's going on. If you don't want to do it at any time, feel free to say, hey, I want to take a pass. We can work something out. Maybe bring you another year or something else. But, really want to make sure you're aware of all this.
And as a last-ditch effort to limit their liability, you'd also have to sign OceanGate's waiver.
An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death.
Well, they weren't lying.
Where do I sign?
June 18th, 2023, the OceanGate Titanic experience is set to begin.
Are reporting the dive as a go. Please stand by.
5 crew members are sealed into the submersible,
Jesus.
and so is their fate.
CEO Stockton Rush, businessman Hamish Harding,
French explorer Paul-Henri Nargeolet,
businessman Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman were on the expedition as part
of. You took your son? You took your 19-year-old to this shit?
of a Father's Day
Oh my god, dude.
trip.
Everything was going according to plan.
One of the questions about this is how risky is going this up. Turns out in this expedition, probably the safest thing will be once you're underwater. Once I'm a couple of feet underwater, I know I'm coming back. I know everybody's coming back.
Uh-oh. The music, dude. No.
In just under 2 hours, Titan had lost communication with its mothership.
That's not that long at all. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. They would have known they were fucked by now. Holy fuck.
But the crew at the surface did not file a missing report for nearly 8 hours.
8 hours? 8 fucking hours? What were they doing?
Finally, someone snapped.
Call the fucking Coast Guard!
vessel disappeared during an underwater mission to tour the Titanic wreckage.
Tonight, an international search operation is underway.
We'll continue to put every available asset that we have in an effort to find the Titan and the crew members.
Every news station in the world was in on this story. They brought in experts, former passengers, hell, they even got James Cameron on the line.
Stockton Rush asked me if I wanted to go out there and dive this season.
He's like, yeah, I mean, he asked me to go. Maybe I should have.
You know, I wasn't interested.
And then came the rumors. A leaked transcript of the crew's final moments and a series of tapping sounds.
Go out there and dive this season. You know, I wasn't interested.
And then came the rumors. A leaked transcript of
Clear for descent, enjoy the ride. Descending now. Launch sequence complete. Ready? All clear. Proceeding. Enjoy the dive, gentlemen. 15 minutes into the dive. Current depth. Systems check, please. It's over. Wow.
The crew's final moments and a series of tapping sounds were supposedly heard around Titan's last known location. But of course, both of these rumors were declared fake by the feds.
Tapping sounds are ridiculous.
All that was left was a few hours of oxygen and a race against time.
We have just hours of oxygen left now.
My fucking...
The race against time to rescue the 5 people inside.
Time was running out. And well, they did end up finding that submarine.
Debris from the Titan has been brought to the surface from the ocean floor.
Holy shit, that's it? No, dude.
Several pieces of the doomed vessel.
Once the pressure vessel is, you're certain it's not going to collapse on everybody, everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can...
That's it? They ended it just on them dying? Fuck, dude. God damn. That's so fucked up.